Good morning. This is Clayton Hicks with Tri-State Business Network. We're your bridge to building relationships online and face-to-face. TBN Unplugged is a show that gives you free networking tips as well as interviews its members about what they do as a service provider. My co-host, Don Talbert with Centurion Business Group, is on the line with me. How you doing this morning, Don?
Fine, Clayton. How are you this morning?
Good, good. We're going to talk about WIIFO. Explain to us, Don, what that stands for.
Okay, Clayton. Actually, TBN is my inspiration for this because you talk about focus on what you give, and you actually live the spirit of that, and everybody in TBN does as well. And the inspiration was, in networking, what's in it for others? And that is, what can I do to help other people? And I think it's a good question because typically, human nature, we think quite the opposite. What's in it for me? So when we go into something, we're thinking about how we could benefit from that particular activity or being a part of a group or whatever it may be. But in networking, it's better to focus on other people first.
That is true. That is true. I went to a meeting this morning, the meeting I was running this morning in Hyde Park, and we discussed what's in it for others. You should have seen their eyes light up, right? Because most people come to an event and they think, well, I'm going to talk about what I do, and then I'm looking for someone in that room that can buy my product or I can get them to have coffee and I can sell something to them. And when I told them about the what's in it for others, and I explained to them that, okay, Bill Rust with Our Town, he explained what he did, chances are he's not going to walk away with, he's in there to try to figure out how he can sell his business instead of what's in it for others. And I'm not saying that he is that way. I'm just giving an example of someone who thinks I'm walking in, I'm going to get some business, instead of thinking, okay, I'm going to tell them what I do, and then I'm going to see how I can help the rest that are in here listening to a 30-second commercial. Wouldn't you agree that's kind of the process that, you tell your commercial, and then let's see if I can help the people in the room?
That's exactly what this is about, helping other people, identifying what it is they do, how you can position yourself to help that person.
Yes. Last week we discussed how to give a referral. That's what we talked about last week. Same concept, what's in it for others. So somebody says a commercial, blah, blah, blah. I need to see what I can do to help that person. Now, there is a misconception that you think that by helping someone that person has to pay you back, right?
Yes.
And that's where they miss it.
That's
if I
exactly
help
right.
you, Don, you've got to pay me back or reciprocate. Where technically I help Don, Jim helps Clayton. There's that missing link there, what's in it for others.
It's not necessarily a direct line back to you from the person you gave to, Clayton. It could come from any direction, and it could come from someone you've helped in the past. And the way I look at these things, when I reach out to other people to help them, one, I don't have my hand out saying, where's mine? And two, I don't know what direction it's coming from, nor do I expect it. I let it take care of itself. And it does, because those people know that I do really believe what's in it for others. And if you can do that, the answer to the question, what's in it for me, will be answered for you. You'll know exactly what that means.
All right. Don, do you have any final words to go with this? We could talk about this for an hour.
I know we could.
but let's do a baseline. Give them a little tip there. Something when they go to their next meeting, whether it's TBN or another meeting, what would be that tip for them when they go in the room?
I would say do your best to find out as much as you can about the people you don't already know, and find out what it is that you can do to help them.
Focus
so
on what you give.
It could be a resource, could be a referral, it could be any type of reaching out to someone and giving them a gift.
It could be somebody's in transition looking for a job. Right?
Absolutely.
It could be any of that. And it would be hard for somebody like that to reciprocate immediately too. So
a few weeks ago, I helped a guy out who was in transition. Just happened I know somebody who places people in his profession.
Must
and
have
that's
been
it.
an
You
easy
just never
pick.
know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. Don, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Clayton.
This is Clayton Hicks with Tri-State Business Network, where we focus on what we give. We're your bridge to building relationships online and face-to-face. If you have any direct questions for Don or I, give Don a call at, Don, tell him your number.
859-816-2347. That's my cell phone number, and that's the easiest number to reach me.
Okay. All right. My number is 937-671-6238. As you can see, our relationship was built. I'm out of the Dayton area. Don is out of the Northern Kentucky area. Relationships can be built, but you must focus on what you give. Thanks for coming on the show today, Don.
Thanks, Clayton, for having me.
Thanks. Bye.